To make your buttercream, I'm making vanilla buttercream. You need confectioner sugar and you need butter at room temperature. That is very important. I have a half a cup here, which that's kind of like what I use. I make my buttercream a little bit different than most people. I've seen a lot of videos here on YouTube where people, you know, they dump in 3 pounds of sugar into a butter. I don't do that. There's no way. I go by the texture that I want and the level of sweetness that I like. So I add one of these at a time and I go as needed. I like to use my stand mixer to make buttercream. I do not like to use a handheld mixer, but that's just a personal preference. Of course you can use a handheld mixer. Now let's get started by adding the butter. On my mixer, this is a KitchenAid mixer, I'm gonna put this all the way to level 8, which is high, very high. And this has to whip up for me for about, I like to let it go for like 3 minutes, then I like to stop it and scrape down the bowl and let it go for another 3 to 4 minutes, almost 10 minutes. That's how long I beat this for. If you want the texture that I'll show you obviously when it's done, if that's the texture you want, if that's the kind of buttercream you want, then you must do it this way. It's up to you. So now that my buttercream has been going for about 4 minutes, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna scrape down the bowl. So now that my buttercream has been going on for about 4 minutes, I'm going to scrape down the bowl, scrape down the sides, and as you can see, it's already whipped up quite a bit. You know, when I owned like an online bakery, my customers, they just raved about this buttercream. It's like the best buttercream they've ever had, and I am not kidding. I have a Facebook page, which you can check out. They absolutely loved it. I had people that wanted to pay me for this recipe because, you know, it's it's like a whipped buttercream. It's like a very light and fluffy texture, and it's almost like it melts in your mouth. And this is good for frosting cake. It does crust if you just probably add more sugar than what I add, or if you also add a little bit of Crisco. That's all you have to do if you want to crust it. It's perfect for frosting cakes as well. So there's always a way to make it work to your liking. So now that we've scraped down the bowl, we're gonna get this going, and as you can see, we put it together in the center. We're gonna get this going for another 3 minutes on high. Then we're gonna start adding our sugar and the vanilla. Now, I want you to take a look, see if I could zoom in, so you can see how much this has whipped up already. Now it's time to add our sugar. Now slowly, we're going to add 1 cup of sugar, and then we're gonna beat it. Once it incorporates, because if we go on this high right now, it would just fly all over the place. Once it incorporates, now we're gonna put it higher. We're gonna crank it up and we're gonna let it whip until the sugar incorporates. While this is happening, we're gonna add our vanilla. The recipe will be down below in the description box, along with other tips that can possibly help you, you know, to getting the right buttercream for what you're making. Now, I have stopped my mixer. I'm gonna taste now. For sweetness, it's just perfect.
What is he doing?
And that was just,
What
you know,
is he doing?
excuse me. And that was just 3 3 3 bars of butter. And I've used about a cup of the buttercream. Now I just added another half to get to the texture that I want. And I've added about a little over a teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm gonna really crank this up to 8 speed. That's high again for about a minute, and then it's done and we're ready to pipe our cupcakes. Now what I have here is a cup already. I put in my piping bag in there with my piping tip. Just gonna put that down. I've got my buttercream here, ready to go. As you can see, it is very whipped, the right texture that we want. And now I'm just gonna color it because I don't want to frost these cupcakes like plain white. So, okay. Now we've got our buttercream here. And we are ready to frost these cupcakes. Just kind of want to make sure you can see really well, so I'm just going to kind of like zoom in a bit. There we go. And now we're just going to start piping. We're just going to hold it towards the outside, just like so. And we're going to go like that. Again, from the outside in. Get a better view with this one. Just like so. And like so. As you can see, this is a very soft buttercream. It's perfect for piping cupcakes. And there you have it. So this is how you make vanilla cupcakes with buttercream frosting. The recipe is down below in the description box. The recipe for the buttercream is also down below in the description box, and I'll also link a video for the buttercream alone if you want to see that. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. These cupcakes are super moist, super light, airy, and fluffy. And the recipe again is down below. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more recipes on cupcakes and cakes, please subscribe. And I also have this recipe that can be converted into a cake recipe. I can post the video for that as well. Until next time, thanks for watching.